Hello. Continuing on the discussion about continental drift, I find that Hawaii is a good example of that. Now, Hawaii should not even exist as a group of islands. They're the most isolated islands in the world, and they only exist because of a geological anomaly, which is a permanent plume of molten lava that has worked its way into the crust of the earth. And it's under thousands of feet of water, but it's relatively close to the surface, and it keeps seeping out lava as the Pacific plate slowly moves over it. And I found that the plate in Hawaii is moving towards Japan at the blistering speed of 3 inches a year. It's not much, but in 4 years it's a foot. In 40 years, it's 10 feet. 80-year life expectancy of a person, it's 20 feet. Now, are they ever going to make it? No, because the plume builds up the island directly above it. But as the plate moves the islands along, eventually the islands are worn down. Now you have the whole chain of islands in Hawaii, and only the main island, Hawaii, is being built up. It has 2 different volcanoes. The higher one is Mauna Loa, and it's always an eruption. But as soon as it moves away from the vent, the whole island will start to be worn away by weathering and by the actions of the sea, the waves washing upon the islands. And you look at Oahu, it has Diamond Head, which is an extinct volcano right next to Honolulu and Waikiki Beach. It was an active volcano when it was over the vent, but it isn't now. So all of these islands are slowly being worn away. And when we think of Hawaii, we only think of the main islands. But it's actually a chain 1,000 miles long from Midway all the way down to the main island of Hawaii. And what is Midway? Midway is an atoll. And atolls are a necklace of coral reefs and sandy islands that have built up over centuries around islands that are no longer there. They were built up on the very top of the seamounts, just below the surface. Now, as the coral reefs grew, the islands shrank, and now all you have with Midway is really a coral footprint showing the approximate size and shape of what the island of Midway originally was. And to the west of that, you have a whole series of these atolls in Micronesia. So, will Hawaii ever make it to Japan? No. You're going to just have a very long line of seamounts that slowly decrease in size underneath the sea. But it is a creation of the land and the movement of the state of Hawaii. Basically, the state of Hawaii is like a big conveyor belt of islands. You start off with the high island of Hawaii, and you end up with something like Midway. This is a continuous process, and it's just an example of the long geological processes that we're dealing with here. And it's just something I wanted to bring up tonight. And tomorrow, I'll have something else for you. Thank you.